Good evening, crypto degens. How you doing this fine evening? All one or two, or if I'm lucky, three of you will watch this. Well, it looks like the Clarity Act continues to be stalled. I really don't know what's going on. Maybe the administration has more important things on their mind, like Iran and things like this. But really, it's kind of frustrating because it's really something that we expected to be done. It was supposed to be done by the beginning of March 1st, and it's just not moving forward. Good news is that crypto is not really reacting to the war at all. It's actually doing okay. Bitcoin is 68,000, and altcoins not really doing anything, not going up or down. So that's actually kind of a good thing. So let's see what's going on here. Got several posts from 𝗪𝗿𝗍 today. JP Morgan says the Clarity Act could pass by mid-2026. Mid-2026, so what is this, July? So it's supposed to be March, April, May, so it's like 4 months later than it was supposed to pass. Providing regulatory clarity, boosting institutional participation, and acting as a positive catalyst for markets in the second half of 2026. I actually feel like once the Clarity Act passes, then the market trend is going to reverse and start going up, maybe slowly at first. That's just my opinion. Of course, I have no idea. Nobody knows the future. But I feel like I want to get in a good chunk of money before that bill passes. I've been putting in little bits here and there. I'm afraid to put too much at once because I've been burned before by putting too much at once. Always got a DCA. So, let's see. Okay, so we got a message here from Meta Law Man. Says, this is just ludicrous. Jamie Dimon said on CNBC today that it wasn't fair for stablecoin issuers and exchanges to offer yield because they don't have to comply with any regulations like reserve requirements, AML compliance, audits, etc. He's fully aware that all of these requirements and more were enacted in the Genius Act. I don't really know if that's true. I guess it must be true. I guess the guy didn't just make that up. It is required in the Genius Act. Yeah. Banks, man. Banks are just, let's see, Wendy has more on that. JP Morgan CEO claims banks want a level playing field with crypto firms under U.S. regulations, but want to continue to give retail 0.03% yield and no yield on stablecoins. Super level playing field. So that was actually two different entities. This was JP Morgan CEO, and this is Jamie Dimon. So, or is it the same one? Is Jamie Dimon the JP Morgan? I don't know. Yeah, he might be from JP Morgan. I have no idea. Yeah, okay, that's true. JP Morgan CEO. Yes, okay. I'm a complete idiot. Yes, okay. So that was Jamie Dimon, the same guy. But, they all want their cake and eat it too. So this is the big thing that's still stopping the bill, it appears. So again, Wendy, crypto things that you might have missed. 38% of altcoins near all-time lows. That's weird. 38%? 38%? I would say it's like 90%. But 38%, that's like the top coins, with the exception of a few, like Solana and BNB, XRP. But there's several good altcoins that are very low. Incredible prices. Institutions dump $1 billion into crypto ETFs this week. BTC sentiment hits its highest level since February, etc., etc. Wendy again says, Charles Hoskinson says the proposed market structure bill would make all cryptos a security by default, while XRP might get a pass and it would harm future projects and offer nothing for DeFi or yield-bearing stablecoins. So again, talking about the issue that the banks don't want stablecoins to pay yield, and saying that all crypto would be a security. Yeah, I guess that's true, because they're saying all crypto would basically start off as a security because it would be monitored by the SEC. And then when it gets big and stable, then it can be considered a commodity like Bitcoin, I guess. But that's an interesting take. So he doesn't like this, I guess. It's not just the stablecoins issue, the yield on stablecoins issue. So we got a video here of Bernie Sanders talking some nonsense. I'm not even going to watch the video. Wendy O says, 5% national wealth tax on billionaires is not fixing the issues in America. It's advantage for the government's inability to practice transparent and non-wasteful spending. It's crafted perfectly to appeal to those who cannot think for themselves. This is not exactly crypto related, but I see so many posts on like X and stuff of people that don't know anything about finance, and they say, billionaires are evil, tax the billionaires. I mean, actors that get up on these stupid award shows that nobody's interested in anymore, and they say things like, if you're a billionaire, you give away all your money. They don't understand that billionaires don't have billions in cash. They run businesses. They've built value. The businesses hire thousands of people. They deliver service to other thousands of people or more. So they don't actually have billions in cash. It's just that they have equity in their businesses that are worth billions because they serve so many people. Now, if they wanted to cash out, or if they wanted to sell their stock, if it's a public company and they sold a bunch of stock, that would crash the stock price and they wouldn't be billionaires anymore. So, I mean, it's people, these people know better, and they manipulate people that don't know about finances, saying rich people are evil, blah, 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 blah. Billionaires have all this money, they should give it to you. They should just do away with the business that's providing value and give their money to whoever. Give their money to the government so they can mismanage it. That's what they're saying. Give the money to the government so they can spend the money on whatever nonsense they want, funding transgender tests in El Salvador or some nonsense, or I'm going to give my friend money to rebuild this road that doesn't need rebuilding. It's just, it's giving your money to the government so they can waste it. Anyways, I just hate it when I see people make posts like that. And some good intentioned people say things like that, billionaires should just give away their money. But it's just, these people, these politicians, these people know they understand money, and they're just talking nonsense to trick people. And they're corrupt also. They make tons of money from being senators. They're multimillionaires. They became multimillionaires from doing favors and things like that. So this guy bought SHIB for $269 in 2020. 14 days later, 269 turned into 4.7 billion. $269. No, that's what? That's not possible. Anyways, it's true that SHIB went crazy in 2021. I had a little SHIB. I sold it. My cousin and I had some SHIB. I mean, I don't know. It did something crazy, like in a matter of like a few days. And if you had like 1,000 in it, you could have made like 50,000. It was crazy. It was crazy. Andrew Tate says, war or not, Bitcoin can't crash because it's already crashed for no reason. That's true. It crashed for no reason. Bitcoin, altcoins have been crashing for no reason. And it's kind of like they can't really go down much lower. I mean, they can, but like, at this point, who's going to sell? Like, who's in profit and wants to sell? Like, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase says, you have zero control over where you're born, yet billions of people in the world are shut out of accessing financial tools because of it. Finally, this is changing with crypto. Getting access to sound money, loans, stocks, etc. from your phone anywhere in the world is foundational to progress. It's true, man. It's true. This is really cool. You can be in any poor country. You can buy Bitcoin. You can buy USD stable coins. You can buy crypto. If you can manage to save any money, you get that money to crypto, and you can protect your what you have. And you can also, for not just poor countries, but like in any country, you can get loans against your crypto without having to sell it. It's really quite a good thing, quite a nice thing. Crypto is cool, and I'm really excited about tokenization of assets, like just being able to buy just about anything on the blockchain. The only thing I don't like is the lack of diversification, that you have more risk on the blockchain of getting hacked, or it's not or messing up with the wallet address. It's not like in a bank where you've got a big organization there and insurance, and they'll get your money back if someone, you know, screws with you. But here you screw up, you don't get your money back. Well, that's the bad thing about buying stuff on the blockchain. But the freedom is amazing. You can just buy whatever, not have to work. You not have to go through any brokers or banks or pay fees. Oh, it's awesome, incredible. Okay, well, I don't know if this is true, but nobody knows why Iran is actually being bombed. This is according to 𝗃𝗶𝗁. Iran mines Bitcoin at 1,320 per coin, sells it at 68,000, a 50x profit margin using state-subsidized electricity. 700,000 mining rigs, 7.8 billion crypto shadow economy, all run by the IRGC. I don't know. He says it's the only revenue stream sanctions can't touch. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if this is true. But he's saying Trump created a strategic Bitcoin reserve. He launched a Bitcoin mining company, and, well, his children did officially. He wants America to be the crypto capital of the world. You don't become the crypto capital by competing with a country that mines Bitcoin for 1,320. You bomb their grid. So he's saying, I guess, getting their crypto is another bonus, another benefit. I'd like to think that's not the case. Keep the crypto there for the people, for the Iranians. Breaking, Ray Dalio just dropped a massive warning against Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not have privacy. Any transaction can be monitored. That's 100% correct. That's 100% correct. And also now, you know, now with AI, the government could probably employ AIs to track transactions, and they don't even need more manpower to track down your transactions. So it's true that, like, I mean, I don't have a ton of money, but the money I have is on the blockchain, so it's not an exchange. But the government could just look at my Binance account and just follow the money. Look at my Binance account, see what wallet the money was sent to, and they could figure out, you know, what I have. Hopefully they won't be that intrusive. He also says Bitcoin does not have privacy. Any transaction can be I already said that. Central banks don't want to buy Bitcoin, and there are also quantum computing issues. It's a relatively small and controlled market. Quantum computing, if there's quantum computing, every single system in the world is going to have issues. Every single system, every single bank, everything will be hacked and broken. So the quantum computing issues are being worked on actually by the blockchain designers. They're working on fixing that or preparing for that. But it's still not going to happen right away. And I mean, will it ever happen? Well, I guess probably, but nobody knows for sure and how long it'll take. But the whole system will have to change. Everything will have to change. If we have quantum computing, like, you just have to buy silver and gold. Buy silver and gold, and that's it, because anything digital can be stolen. Portugal now offers 0% capital gains on Bitcoin held for over 1 year. I have some friends, some French friends that actually moved to Portugal, I think for tax purposes. For tax purposes, and, you know, it's a nice life. There's a lot of expats there, and they live fairly close to the beach, and they're from Marseille, so they like being near the water. So yeah, Portugal is a great place, not too far from here. I go visit every once in a while. 𝗃𝗶𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗃 says biggest bull run ever starting now, and he's got his little chart here, making it look like the market's about to pump. And then underneath Crypto Tony says no. Then 𝘃𝗶𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗿𝗃 says you're wrong all the time. I've never seen you be right. Oh man, why do people make predictions? It's so dumb. Is it for engagement? I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't make predictions. Just say, I have a feeling this might happen, but I have no idea. That's what I say. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. If I knew, I would be super rich. Binance founder CZ said live on CNBC, Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. We are in a super cycle. If you look at 5-10 years horizon, it's very easy to predict the next leg could be violent. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know about parabolic, but it makes sense. I mean, the future is up. The future is up for crypto unless there's some kind of black swan event or something happens with AI that just makes crypto irrelevant. I mean, technology is changing so fast that that's definitely a possibility, but it's a risk that I'd happily take. You know, you got to take risks. You got to take risks. Okay, so still here with CZ from Binance. He said that he sold his apartment. He had no job, went all in on Bitcoin. No backup plan, no safety net, just conviction. Now he runs the world's largest crypto exchange. That's not actually the... Oh, actually, I had another one with more details. What is that? Let's see. Let's listen here.
And so I sold the apartment, and for roughly $900,000, like just under $1 million. And then started buying, and I got paid in tranches because you get a first down payment. You got paid in tranches, and every tranche I get, I just buy. Well, the first tranche at $800, and then Bitcoin's dropping $600, $400. Kind of averaged to about $600.
Incredible.
Yeah,
incredible. So now you have your Bitcoin position, but you still don't have.
So he sold his apartment for about 900 million. He said, 900,000, and he was buying Bitcoin from what I understand around 800. So that's actually not like he wasn't there like in the beginning when it was like 50 or 5. He was, but now he's. That's incredible. I've heard other stories like that from other Bitcoiners. Okay, and to end this little feed, I'm 21 years old and I'm worth 10 million. Here's how I did it. Woke up at 5 a.m. every morning, took 2 cold showers a day, not just one, invested in meme coins, inherited 20 million from my grandparents. Consistency is key. If I can do it, so can you. I love these kind of posts. I've read like different variations of the same one, but it still cracks me up. Totally cracks me up. That's it. Well, that's it for today. I'm at a loss for words, but I hope you have a good evening. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your family. Be happy. Enjoy your life. And I'll see you tomorrow.